WCBI News at 6 starts now.
Good evening, everyone. We begin tonight with an update on a story we first brought you last night. The child reported missing in Columbus has been found.
Columbus police say the mother of 5-month-old Colton Ray Harris says he is at his grandparents' Memphis home. Officers there confirm the boy is in the custody of family members. Investigators say Donna Morton is a friend of the child's mother. CPD was told Morton took Harris to Tennessee without the mother's permission. Well, a van from a Columbus company is recovered, but the employee who was driving it is still missing tonight. A Corporate Dining Concepts employee tells us Antoquan Marquette Harris is reported as a missing person. The missing van was found abandoned in Waynesboro and was towed to the police department there. Now, the company has reported that Harris and the van that he was driving were last seen over the weekend. It was along a route in Northport and Cottondale, Alabama. Harris started working for the company on January the 3rd. His family is asking anyone for information to help police in that search.
It's a nightmare. I can't hardly sleep at night. It's hard on me right now. But I know God's going to take care of me, but it's just really hard, not to see my son again right now, because I don't know where he is or anything. I just want him to come home.
Now, we'll hear more from Harris's mother coming up later on WCBI News at 9 and 10.
A case that began in North Mississippi ends in a police chase and arrest in Central Mississippi. Richland police attempted to pull over a vehicle that had been reported stolen in Yalobusha County. The driver refused to stop and rammed a police cruiser. That's the reports coming out of Jackson, the Jackson metro area tonight. The driver got onto the interstate but crashed near the East Airport Road exit on I-20. He was arrested on the scene. He is identified as Kelsey Heron Jr. and now faces a possession of a stolen vehicle charge in Rankin County. Harris is also wanted a little bit closer to home. Kelsey Arnold Heron Jr., that same man that's accused of driving that stolen car, he was wanted for theft of property valued at around $250,000 for sheriff's departments like Calhoun County, in Calhoun County. And for sheriff's departments like them, they finding a wanted person requires resources, time, and personnel, but Sheriff Greg Pollen says it's all worth it to keep the community safe.
I got a message from the United States Marshal Service that they just apprehended him in Rankin County. A tag reader that's placed around the state, it tripped a tag reader. The units there in Rankin County got into a pursuit with him. It's a relief now.
Heron could also face possible felony charges for fleeing from police.
Federal agents arrest a suspected child pornographer this morning at a Lee County home. Lonnie Daniel Marcy was taken into custody at a County Road 1451 home on a 5-count federal indictment. All 5 counts accuse Marcy of trading child pornography over the internet between May of 2015 and August of 2016. One of those counts says the porn involved pubescent victims. Marcy was indicted in December of 2016. He's being held in a federal facility pending court action.
The Columbus Police Department Overview Committee receives an update on the number of officers on the force and the challenges facing the department. Consultant KB Turner updated the group today over a live video stream about his work to analyze the department. Police Chief Oscar Lewis told the committee there are 46 sworn officers in the department. He says that's about 20 fewer than what's needed. Lewis says he's also encouraged by several arrests this week that came from information residents gave investigators.
Well, for the last 2 decades, a Lowndes County deputy has been doing what he loves the most, and that is helping people. Well, now it's his turn to let people help him.
Yeah, other deputies are now coming to help one of their own. Lieutenant Chad Waltman is battling leukemia for the 2nd time. WCBI's Jory Talley joins us live in the studio with more on his battle and the overwhelming support he's receiving.
Andre and Joey, he was diagnosed with chronic myeloid leukemia back in 2014, went into remission, and found out this past December that it's back, but it's not putting him down.
Law enforcement runs in Chad Waltman's bloodline.
He followed in his father's footsteps by working at the Lowndes County Sheriff's Department.
His daddy, Jimmy Waltman, used to bring him down here. We used to have a radio room up front. We had a radio operator before 911 come in. He used to bring him down here and sit on the counter up there with his daddy while his daddy worked that night.
Waltman started his career at the Columbus Police Department and became a sworn-in deputy 10 years ago. He's used to fighting crime every day, and now he's fighting a battle of his own for the second go-around.
It came back, so they put me on another drug to try to get it back in remission. Well, it half worked, then come back out. Now we're having to go back next week and see what the next step is for me to get to the bone marrow transplant.
While he waits on the next step, he's not letting the leukemia hold him back from everyday things, including work.
You know, it's like I told my wife, you know, I ain't going to sit around and let it get me down. I'm going to keep going.
Fellow deputies, family, and people throughout the community are also helping him to keep going.
The support, you know, the fundraisers, just doing things that most places of business would not do. You know, they just going above and beyond.
A lot of officers share the bond, but some are stronger than others.
Back when I was shot in the line of duty in 2014, you know, Chad was there by my side, and he made some things happen for me that really meant a lot to me. And this is my time to repay him back.
A bone marrow donor has been matched with Waltman. He also says that his doctors say that his type of leukemia is treatable. A raffle fundraiser is set up to help offset expenses for Waltman. The Sheriff's Department and residents started the effort. They're giving away a choice of a Glock pistol, a Smith & Wesson Shield 9, and a steel chainsaw. Drawings will take place March 15th, and the first name drawn gets to pick whichever prize they want. Money from the tickets will go to Waltman and his family. Andre and Joey.
All right, Jory, thanks so much. Inspiring story there.
Indeed. All right, time now to turn our attention to weather. Chief Meteorologist Keith Gibson has your first look.
Well, we have some showers still in the region right now. A lot of this is winding down, but you can see this little narrow strip of rain from near Ackerman to north of Louisville, southern parts of Oktibbeha and Lowndes counties into northern parts of Pickens County, Alabama. That's where we are right now. For you in Tupelo, temperature-wise, we're 39 degrees. It is a chilly one out there across our viewing area tonight, much different than yesterday, 30s and 40s, and our temperatures will tumble a few more degrees tonight. Your full forecast in just a few minutes.
A Caledonia home is destroyed after going up in flames this afternoon. District 1 volunteer firefighters were called to 45 Archie Agnew Road about 1:30. By the time firemen arrived, the house was fully engulfed. No one was home or hurt in the blaze. Firefighters believe the house may have been on fire for a while because before it was noticed and someone called 911, the home was a total loss. Information about what possibly sparked that blaze is still under investigation.
No injuries reported after a tanker overturned on a residential street in Tupelo. This tanker was delivering a load of oil-based product used in the production of polyfoam. The driver says as he was turning onto South Veterans from Hadley Street, the rear tire slipped into a ditch, causing his tanker to overturn. Chief Thomas Walker says there was never a threat to the environment. Traffic in the area was blocked for several hours this morning.
Well, the Northern District Transportation Commissioner is sounding an alarm about the condition of the state's transportation system and proposals from legislators to cut funding. As
WCBI's Allie Martin reports, the Northern District Commissioner made a stop at MDOT's Tupelo office today to make his case.
Transportation Commissioner Mike Taggart has a message for lawmakers.
Tragically, we lost 667 Mississippians last year on the state roadway. And with better improved pavement conditions, we can reduce that number. Major pavement rehabilitation.
Flanked by large maps showing unfunded highway projects across the state, Commissioner Taggart said underfunding of Mississippi's transportation system is leading to the crumbling of the state's roads and bridges. Hit especially hard, Taggart says, are rural areas. Lawmakers have debated how to pay for the repairs for years while taking no action. In the meantime, the cost for fixing roads and bridges continues to climb.
If we can catch a road early, cost about $250,000 for a 2-lane mile to do an overlay and get that road back in the condition it'll last 10 years. If we continue to rate, and some of these conditions, if you go on Highway 45 South, if you go some of the areas on Highway 6, that cost goes from $250,000 to $800,000 because of the condition that it's already deteriorated to.
The condition of many roads and bridges in Mississippi also hits drivers in their pocketbooks. It's estimated that each motorist in Mississippi pays about $600 annually because of damage caused by substandard roads.
This is an investment that is seen that would benefit our entire state, generally speaking, but it's also an investment that would benefit the taxpayers individually.
Taggart says the issue also impacts economic development and the ability of communities to attract and keep industry. In Tupelo, I'm Allie Martin, WCBI News.
Taggart points out there has been no significant change in state revenue for roads and bridges since 1987.
It doesn't seem like we've had much of a winter, so could spring be around the corner?
Well, we have the latest from a four-legged meteorologist when we come back. Welcome back. The area could be in for 6 more weeks of winter after a groundhog at the Tupelo Buffalo Park sees his shadow. Jefferson came out briefly this morning and saw his shadow on the wall of his cage. Another groundhog, Digger, also made a brief appearance. That means 6 more weeks of winter, according to Jefferson's caretakers, who point out that Jefferson was rescued from a local home this week.
We had a woman, Johnston family off of Jefferson Street, call us and say they had it in their backyard for a couple days. We went and rescued it and brought it here and gave it a home.
Right to work, too. The Buffalo Park has taken part in Groundhog Day for the past 4 years.
Baptist Golden Triangle is raising awareness about heart disease among women. More than 100 women attended the hospital's Go Red luncheon today. The Go Red campaign is recognized annually by the American Heart Association to encourage lifestyle change to prevent cardiovascular disease among women. Author and speaker Rita Swett spoke to ladies today about making sure their hearts are also spiritually and emotionally healthy.
Chilly temperatures tonight. We're looking at some upper 30s, low 40s across our southern counties, but farther north, mid to low 30s, maybe 35 in Tupelo, 32 in Corinth. Your full forecast is next.
Your first alert weather forecast with Chief Meteorologist Keith Gibson.
Still some wet weather here across parts of our area from northern parts of Winston County through southern Lowndes County into northern parts of Pickens County, Alabama. Some brief downpours. This should be winding down as we go throughout the evening for the most part, but some of those could linger a little bit later on tonight. Generally speaking, about a half inch or less across our region, a stripe of some heavier rain right along the US 82 corridor, and not as much farther north, and that's what we've had out there today. A night-and-day difference from yesterday and today. Yesterday we were looking at those friendly clouds, 70s. Today, low clouds, rain showers, much, much cooler across our region. You can see that with our Alpha Insurance time-lapse comparison as we've gone throughout the last 24 hours. So pretty neat there. I took advantage of the cloudy weather to stay indoors at the New Hope Elementary School pre-K class today. You can see all these great kids right there. Went out there this morning, talked a lot about weather, high and low pressure, clouds, what kind of clouds are out there, how they form, all that good stuff, severe weather safety. Had a great time earlier today. Yeah, Robbie, wave, there you go. Okay, this is our Emerson Animal Hospital visit of the week. And if you want us to come out to your school, go to our website, WCBI.com, fill out that form right there. You'll find it there in the weather section, and just be sure to fill out what you want us to talk about, and we'll get back in contact with you and go from there. This is our satellite radar across the region. You can see the showers really pulling away, but there is a little bit more activity down to the south. Temperatures, big time changes here relative to yesterday. We got 30s and 40s around here, 60s and 70s down to our south. Still pushing 70 in Hattiesburg, but only in the 30s across the northern part of our area. About 30 degrees colder right now than we were yesterday at this time, and the wind chill map is back. Low in mid-30s out there right now. So our forecast low tonight, farther south, upper 30s, farther north, mid-30s. That's it for tonight. Those showers will gradually taper off. And as we get into your Friday, it looks like 30s and 40s. It's going to be an overcast start. We're hopeful for some additional breaks as we go throughout the course of the day. Here's our city-by-city forecast. 45 in Iuka and Boonville, 47 Tupelo, 46 in Bruce, down to the south, 49 in Columbus, 47 in Ackerman, Louisville, Starkville, West Point, and into the mid to upper 40s here for you in Sullivan and in Vernon, Alabama. Here's our 7-day. You can see this cool down tomorrow. Very cold tomorrow night, 29, 54 Saturday, 60 on Sunday, maybe some showers with that big game that's going on TV on Sunday. Stay indoors and watch that. 70s early next week with a better rain chance on Tuesday.
All right, coming up, signing day that is over in our viewing area. We'll visit 4 schools for more when we return.
WCBI Sports with Robbie Donahoe is brought to you by your local Ford dealers. Go further.
While National Signing Day may be in the books from yesterday, we have a couple signings held over to today, so we're going to get to those right now. So we're back on the signing circuit. A few more putting pen to paper after a busy National Signing Day on Wednesday. One of those was Anakin Risch at Houston. He will continue his baseball career at Blue Mountain College. Now, his first name, Anakin, reminds some of Star Wars after Anakin Skywalker. Sure enough, this is real. He wore a Star Wars tie for his signing today. That is outstanding. Risch was 3-0 on the mound last year for the 4A state champion Hilltoppers with a 3.50 ERA and 11 appearances. And yes, the force is strong with this one.
Felt like I clicked really well there. It was a smaller campus. Felt like I could get along with everybody. Everybody was tight-knit there.
Anakin's a really good baseball player for us, and this is a really good opportunity for him. Academic guy, he's going to do well at Blue Mountain, and having another opportunity to play baseball a little bit longer is always a privilege.
Back to football at South Pontotoc. 3 of their star seniors going north for their college careers. Tyrese Fitzpatrick, Matt Ford, Dalton Payton all signed their letters of intent to play football at Minnesota West Community and Technical College. They're going to get cold up there. They're going to play some football. Fitzpatrick was the team's second leading rusher last year, a super athlete. Ford was tied for the most interceptions on the team, and Payton was the Cougars' third leading tackler from a season ago. All 3 are eager to stick together and continue their gridiron dreams.
They're going to give me a shot to play running back, and I get to go on 2 of my teammates, Matt and Dalton Payton, and just getting out of Mississippi for a while and just continue to play football.
It's been a long road, man, and I just be able to play alongside Tyrese and Dalton is what I asked for, man. It's a blessing. I've been dreaming about playing college football since I was a little kid, man. I'm blessed to be able to live my dream.
Come out here to South, went to City, but came here and made a difference here. I'm ready to go make a difference at the Blue Jays.
These are 3 great guys. They all come from great families. All of them were all-division players, and we're really excited for them to have the opportunity to continue their college career, their football career rather, at the college level.
Back to baseball over at Heritage Academy. Senior Brandon Jones made it official. He will continue his diamond dreams playing for MUW when they begin their baseball program. Jones has been the Patriots' top hitter each of the last 2 seasons, has continued to improve as a guy at the plate, on the mound, or in the field. He says the Owls want him to primarily be an infielder. And we'll have more with him on our website at WCBI.com. And lastly, over at Starkville Academy, the Volunteers do-it-all senior football star will take his talents to scuba. Sam Cox elected to sign with EMCC. He'll compete for the starting kicking job on the EMCC football team. Cox was one of the top kickers in the area this past season, hit multiple game winners in his career at Starkville Academy. And again, we will have more with Sam on our website at WCBI.com. Two coaching moves, one of which is actually a pretty big one in high school. Ron Price was just approved as the new head coach at East Webster. Spent a long time at New Albany. Last 2 years, he was the offensive coordinator at Itawamba AHS. More online on our website with Ron Price. And Ron English is the new safeties coach at Mississippi State. That's the big haul for MSU. They're revamping that entire defense. Both stories are online on our website right now, WCBI.com. That's it for sports. Last look at your forecast coming up.
Still some showers out there on this Thursday evening. Most spots not affected, but we still have some out there. As we get into your Friday, gradual clearing. And then tomorrow night, only 29.